Hello once again, YouTube. As promised, we are going to be unboxing the bearers of the One Ring gift pack Lord of the Rings figures today. I unfortunately still don't have a tripod, so I'm going to try to figure out how to film this properly. We'll just do it how we usually do it, the old-fashioned way, propped up against my headphones. Oh yeah, no, I don't think I actually ever showed that. Let me show you. So this entire time, I've been like propping my phone up on my old headphones instead of like using any type of phone stand. So I promise I'm actually going to get a tripod soon. All right, you'll know the difference when I finally get a tripod. Anyways, let's unbox. All right, so the main goal, right? I want to preserve the box because it's really cool, but I don't want to keep the figures in the box because I want to display them. I'm not like one of those types of people that likes to keep the figures in the box. I mean, like, I understand why some people do it, you know, to like preserve them, but I mean, like, just take a look at like Gollum for look how you know they're already a little yellowed and stuff. So I think like the preservation thing's kind of out of the question. And besides, I mean, like, I really do want to display them along with my other figures that you saw on my desk. At least I hope you're paying attention. No, all right. But anyways, let's get to unboxing. I have X-Acto knife here, so we're gonna be very careful. So always cut away from yourselves. Boy Scout rules. I was actually in it was in Cub Scouts is what it was. Like basically like Boy Scouts, but like for like very early elementary school. I was in it for kindergarten and first grade, and then I think I quit after right before second grade. But all right, being very careful. This box is over 20 years old now. I looked on the bottom or back of the bottom, whatever, and it was like from 2004. So right after Return of the King was released in theaters, and here we go. We got that opened. So all right, there's like a little like there's like a cool little thing of like the Middle Earth map right there. Okay, so we're gonna be very careful. All right. Oh god. All right. So let me just. Okay. All right. Hang on. I don't want to like break this. I'm so nervous. Okay. I mean, I looked this up. I mean, like, this isn't like a rare figure pack because like all the other prices that I saw online were about the same I paid for this, which was like $13. But so I don't have to like really be too like super. All right. Okay. There we go. We got box preserved. Very nice. All right. We can set this aside then. And here we go. This is, anyways, here we are. Take a look. We have them out here in all their glory. And now is the fun part. I want to figure out how to take away, like, how to release them from this plastic prison without ruining this cool Middle Earth map backdrop. So let's be very careful about this. Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, that's to be expected right there. That little I mean, like, again, that's like they use the glue to like hold this to it. So, oh dear. Okay, I just want to be careful, is what it is. All right, maybe if I use my X-Acto knife. You know, again, remember, cut away from yourselves, kids. Cut away. Don't try this at home, by the way. All right. Ask a parent or trusted adult to help you open such packaging. All right. You have to be very careful. If you're gonna open some by yourself. Use your fingers or safety scissors. You know, like the crummy like safety scissors they gave you in school that like couldn't cut anything. Yeah. All right. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I think there wasn't ever any hope saving this. Like, look at this. There wasn't any hope saving that cool backdrop. That makes me sad. I mean, yeah, you know, like the glue had 20 years to like attach to this. So, okay. We're getting it. But I mean, a good amount of it, of like the backdrop is still preserved, granted, so that's good news. All right, just about there. You know, this is boring. Time to use the power of editing. All right, it's done. But take a look at this. even though a good part of it was kind of ripped from the glue and stuff. I mean, I just noticed that looks awful. I mean, look how cool this is. You got like the cool like translucent, so whatever the word is. One ring like on top of the map. That's actually really cool. Like, I could easily like cut out like the parts that got ripped or whatever and like make this into something else cool. But anyways, here they are, finally released from the, oh wait, nope, look at that. Still got the ties, the plastic ties. Oh, we can still, okay, that works, okay. Here they are. Now we just got to release them from their prison. That may take a while to untie. Let's edit again.
2 hours later.
We have freed one, two. We have freed 1 out of 3 of our heroes, and that would be the one and only Frodo Baggins. I just gotta get him out of here. I mean, it's all this, like, yeah, the ties are off them. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, like, these were, like, coiled on, like, really tight and stuff, so. A piece of paper came out of nowhere. Curiously, this figure of Frodo doesn't have Sting. Instead, he appears to have the barrow blade that Aragorn and the hobbits gave him. Well, here he is in all his glory. He feels very, very sticky. Ew. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm definitely going to wash my hands after this and wash them, perhaps. But, okay, we'll examine these figures after I get them all freed and also after I clean them and clean my hands because, oh, dear. Oh, no, nah. I'm even looking in the packaging and, like, it's all, like, oh, it looks like all oily in there and something. Oh, no. Well, if I catch a disease from this, like a 20-year-old disease from opening these figures, well, you'll find out, you know, so, alright, but I'm gonna go and free these guys and also clean them and clean my hands, so, I'll be back.
2,000 years later.
Well, I'm back, and, I tried my best to clean them of the, yellowish hue, but as you can see from Gollum's banana yellow face, if the camera would focus, oh well, as you can see from that, did not work very well, but at least they don't feel as sticky, which is good. And upon further research, the yellowing, that's just what happens when clear plastic ages. It's something called photo oxidization or something, in which UV light, you know, from the sun or whatever, breaks down the polymers of the plastic, whatever science stuff. But anyways, I have them out, and despite the whole yellowing thing, I mean, you know, that's literally because they've been in a box for 20 plus years. They're great. They're pretty great. So let's just break them down one by one. Or rather, let's do like an overview first, and then I'll break them down one by one. I mean, as you can see, each of them are transparent, because that was kind of like the whole point. And each of them are, of course, a ring bearer. You have Frodo Baggins, Bilbo Baggins, and of course, everyone's favorite, Smeagol. Well, and Gollum, you know, they have the joint personality sort of deal. You know, when he's nice, he's Smeagol. When he's evil, he's Gollum. Even though evil and Smeagol sound similar. Again, 10 out of 10 writing. No, that's being serious, by the way. But anyways, right. So, even though they are transparent, and even though they got some yellowing, I mean, you can still tell, you know, who they're supposed to be. Like, the Lord of the Rings figures have always done a great job representing the actors. Like, even though, you know, they're pretty, you know, they're transparent and ahead of age, you can still tell this is supposed to be Elijah Wood. This is supposed to be Ian Helm. May he rest in peace. And, Holm, sorry. And you can obviously tell this is Andy Serkis. After makeup, of course. Special effects, I mean. But anyways, yeah, let's break them down one by one. So we'll start with everybody's favorite. Well, that would be Sam. Unfortunately, he's not here. You know what I mean. Everybody's fourth or fifth favorite member of the Fellowship, Frodo Baggins. Yay! So he has the most accessories. Well, he's tied with his uncle for most accessories. I'll get into Bilbo after this. He has like this really cool like detachable cape, or his like cloak that he got from Lothlorien, with like a backpack too. and it can like you can take it off and whatnot. And you can actually like clip it over his neck, like I was about to say like, oh, I thought like the thing broke, but yeah, like that basically. It's really cool. And of course he has a sword. However, curiously enough, unlike most Frodo figures, he does not have Sting. Bilbo has Sting, which I'll show here in a second. Instead, it appears that he has one of the barrow blades that Aragorn gave to the hobbits while they were Weathertop. You know, like the starter swords that they got. And if I remember correctly from that scene, you know, Frodo like did nothing with this sword during that fight. He didn't do much in that whole scene. You know, Aragorn carried the whole team while Frodo was stabbed by the Witch King with the Morgul blade. But I digress. It's still pretty cool, you know, and it's interesting, and it does make sense because, you know, like Bilbo originally had Sting, and it wouldn't make sense to have two Stings in the same thing. But anyways, another cool thing about this figure is a lot of figures, especially Lord of the Rings ones, I have like a few other figures that do this. If you, let me take off his cloak real quick so you can see better. So if you squeeze his legs, right, look what he does with his, he does like a little like sword thing. He like slashes. I have a lot of figures that do that. For instance, I have like a Witch King figure as well back home, and he does a similar thing, except he goes like side to side when you squeeze his legs. It's really cool. It's like an interesting play feature. But other than that, posability, it's all right. So you can move his ankles, you know, or whatever. Move his arms pretty well. You move his head 360 degrees, which is good. His neck is kind of big. I don't know. Maybe that's just Frodo. And let's see. I feel like you can also take off his vest here, but I don't want to risk breaking it. You can kind of move his legs too a little bit. Yeah, but it's and like articulation. You know, it's not like a 10 out of 10, but it's still solid. You know, there's still a good amount of movement and poses you can do. Oh yeah, of course they can also move at the wrist, as you can see. Hopefully, yeah. But anyways, that's Frodo. Let's move on to his uncle, Bilbo. And so Bilbo has a similar play feature, which we'll get. And also, he has better articulation. For whatever reason, Frodo can't, but Bilbo can bend his knees, which you think would be the other way around, since Bilbo is 111 years old, and Frodo is, what, like 30, 50? I don't know. It's kind of iffy how old Frodo is in the movie compared to the books, because there's a lot more time passes in the book. Between, you know, Bilbo's 111th birthday and the quest actually starting. But anyways, that's like its whole own can of worms, and being a nerd, I would get way too much into it. But anyways, he's pretty good. He's got, again, he has a bit better articulation than Frodo, and also he's got like an open hand out. And if you can see, yeah, he has like the one ring in the palm of his hand. I don't know if you can see that, but he does, which I think is really neat. Just checking. I don't think, no, none of the other characters have that. It's just a Bilbo thing. But he has a similar play feature to Frodo, in which he'll also swing his sword. However, it's on this switch on his back, and I tried it earlier, and it didn't seem like it worked. So let me try this again. So I think you're supposed to push it in. Okay. Because I was thinking like you're supposed to like move it like this, but no. But like, okay, you're supposed to just like. It's kind of okay. Wait, maybe if I like move his. Oh wait. Okay, I think how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to like have like his arm like this, right? And then, wow, Bilbo's really showing his age here. Yeah, I guess that just came from the age. But seems pretty cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can. Oh yeah, you can move Bilbo's head a little bit, but I think it's being mostly blocked by his vest and the fact that he has longer hair. Yeah, I feel like you can also like maybe take off his vest too, but again, I don't want to risk ruining the figure. But other than that, you know, pretty solid. Oh yeah, he also came with another accessory, that being a sheath for Sting. It has like a little like I don't know, like little like thing sticking out where it seems like you can like put it onto the figure, so you know he can like have like the sheath and sword at the same time. However, I checked all over Bilbo. I have no idea where you're supposed to put this, because how it was packaged was with like a rubber band, right? Well, at least the sword fits in there. But anyways, like, you know, like, there was a rubber band, like, wrapped around his leg that held the sheath. However, as soon as I got Bilbo out of the packaging, the rubber band disintegrated into jelly. Just immediately. So, Was that what you were supposed to use, like to keep it on his person? If so, why go through all the extra like plastic to like add this little nub on there to make people think you can attach it to Bilbo? Because you can't. I can't find a place to put it. But it's still really cool. Maybe I probably have another like rubber band somewhere, so I guess I'll just do that. I don't know. But either way, really cool. These figures still feel a little sticky. But anyways, and here, of course, last but not least, Smeagol himself. Everybody's favorite goblin creature. Everyone's favorite catching fish with bare hands. Sneering at rabbit stew, strangling hobbits. Everyone's favorite tragic hero of the Lord of the Rings, Gollum Smeagol. That's not his like legal name or anything. But anyways, this is basically the exact same thing, just about as like another figure I have of Smeagol. That it's basically the same, except he's like, of course, fully like colored and everything, painted and whatnot. And also, unlike this one, the other figure of Gollum I have has weird little magnets on the bottom of his feet, which doesn't make any sense. You think it would be like a play set feature or whatever, but no, like I actually had for a good time when I was younger a play set of like, I guess the wall that like Gollum came down from to like strangle the hobbits in the beginning of Two Towers. If you know, you know. And there wasn't like any magnets or anything. They were just like little hooks or whatever that you'd like put his like arms or like feet on, and you would just like move it up and down to make it look like he was crawling down or something. But I have no idea why he has those. But this one doesn't. I guess they figured like, oh wait, why did we put that on him? That's a waste of metal. Or magnets? I don't know. But anyways, out of all of the figures, of course being the most agile of the bunch, Gollum has the best articulation, both this version and the original version I own. He can bend at the elbows, he can move his wrist, he can even, ladies and gentlemen, move his fingers. Very nice. Very useful for strangling Sam. Very nice. And he has like these fingers like pointing like this. It's like he's doing like a little peace sign. I never got that. But I always thought that was kind of fun. And he's got like, he can bend like at the stomach. He can do, turn with the waist, all the legs and everything. He can even move his little piggies like so. Overall, pretty awesome figure. Like, the only issue is, again, like, he's probably the most yellowed out of all of them. Well, like, I'd say, like, the others have more of them yellowed, but, like, the parts that he does have yellowed, I mean, as you can see from his banana-colored head, it's very yellow. Very yellow. So, he wasn't treated the best, I guess. But other than that, I mean, like, pretty standard Gollum figure, pretty great. Again, you can pose him basically any way you want. Like, for instance, you could be doing the, what kids are doing these days, like the 6'7" thing. That was a mistake. I'm very sorry, Tolkien. I'm very sorry. But, yeah. Overall, really great figure. I always loved the original Gollum figure that I grew up playing with back home. But anyways, those are the figures, and I hope you guys enjoyed something a little different on the channel. If I ever like come into possession of any other like cool like collectibles like that, like figures, maybe like, I don't know, anime figurines or something, I have some of those as well. I don't know. We'll see. If I come into contact with any other like really cool collectible figurines, I'll do an unboxing of those too. I think that'd be fun. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Now I'm going to go edit this, and I'm going to go eat dinner or lunch or whatever time it is right now. I can't see my clock. Oh, yeah, like lunch, I guess. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Or rather, the next one would be tonight's vlog, D&D vlog. So look forward to that.